Peter Carlson brought comics to his classroom library nearly 20 years ago. Pretty soon, he says, students were bringing their siblings and friends over to the shelves.
It's not just like, oh, they like comics, but this is a community of, and culture of literacy that they're organically building. And what we just enabled was some resource and space to both dive into it, but then communicate about it. And those natural analytical skills were starting to develop in some very hesitant readers.
On Wednesday, he and Portland State University professor Susan Kirtley led a panel for other teachers looking to teach about, with, and through comics.
And I think that often people will assume that it's so much easier to teach a comic, when in fact they're very complicated texts, because you need to think about what is the image doing, what is the text doing, what are they doing together and apart, and what's happening between the panels.
And while superhero comics first drew her to the medium as a kid, today there's so much more than that.
There are nonfiction comics about recovering from cancer. There are nonfiction comics about climate change, but there are also fantastic sort of romances and action stories and science fiction. All age levels, every topic. There really is something for everyone.
Along with reading comics, creating comics can help students tell stories in new ways. Comic artist and professor Nick Souzanis says his art allows him to think in ways he couldn't without it.
And I see that for every single one of my students. Not because they came because they're great illustrators or whatever. It's because they're able to access something about how they think, which doesn't always fit into left, right, left, right, left, right.
He says teachers looking for comics to bring into their classrooms can visit comic book shops, look around, and ask what kids are liking. Just like any other piece of media, Carlson says teachers should think about what they want their students to learn and feel.
Anything can be grade level rigor depending upon the question sets that you've prepared and the tasks that you're putting in front of students.
Teachers and librarians interested in learning more can attend panels at the San Diego Central Library throughout Comic-Con weekend. Katie Anastas, KPBS News.